Going on, guys? So today's quick tip is going to be divided into two parts. There's going to be this video, which is going to be how can we use leg drive in the bench press, and then the second video is going to be two common mistakes that I personally see when using leg drive in the bench press. So let's get right into it. So here's the list of questions that are going to be answered today. Okay, so the first question, what is leg drive? So leg drive is applying force through your legs into the ground in a down and away fashion when bench pressing. And it's to keep us stable and to use our entire body, not just our upper body, when we're benching. And since most people's legs are stronger than their upper body, it would only make sense to incorporate the lower body into the movement, because then you'll be able to move overall more weight, whether your goals are strength or for muscle building. So the second question, why should we do it? So from a powerlifter's perspective, leg drive is going to be able to create most of your arch to decrease the range of motion, and it's going to keep your upper back in one position on the bench throughout the entire lift. So from a bodybuilder's perspective, or just someone looking to build muscle, leg drive is going to be used more for the stability part, because general people really don't care about an arch, because when you're trying to build muscle, you want more range of motion, not less. Although one using the bench press for muscle building purposes isn't going to have a crazy arch, they should still have their scapula retracted and use leg drive to protect their shoulder girdle and keep them from moving on the bench. After all, although we might not all have the same goal, one thing we should all have in common is to be safe when performing any exercise. So the final question, and the most important one, how can we actually use this? So it's all going to start at your feet. So for your feet placement, you honestly have to just try out different feet placements and figure out what feels the most comfortable. But in general, I'd say you should keep your feet flat on the ground. And I like to clench my big toe down to the ground while pushing my quads down and out, creating like this V if you're looking on top of someone benching, similar to if I were going to be performing a leg extension. If you're doing this right, it should feel like you're going to fly back off the bench because you're pushing your legs forward so much. Also, if your quads are sore the next day, then it's a good sign that you actually started, using your legs properly when benching. There's also two schools of thought when it comes to how to actually apply leg drive. There's those who do the sink and press, and then there's those who do the soft touch press. So when someone's doing a sink and press style bench press, what they're doing is on the way down when they're benching, they're allowing the bar to literally sink into their chest, and they have their legs 60 to 70% like activated, like they're pushing like 60 to 70% of their power into the ground, and then on the way back up, they're using the remaining 30 to 40% of their legs power to drive the bar back up, so it sinks down and drives back up, and it makes it have like a pop off the chest. So the second school of thought is the one that I personally use for myself, and this is going to be the soft touch bench press. When you're doing soft touch bench press, all you're doing is just letting the bar touch your chest, and then you also have constant leg drive, so you're not doing that 60%, 40% thing. It's 100% the entire time. So if you were to watch someone that does sink, it's the movement in their legs going back is clearly visible, but someone that's doing the soft touch, you're probably not going to see any movement out of their legs at all. Since the soft touch bench press style with the constant leg drive is much easier to practice and like replicate, and there's less margin for error, I would suggest if you're someone that just has general fitness goals, like just looking to build muscle and strength, that you should use the soft touch style. So in part 2 of this video, I'll go over the potential drawbacks and mistakes I see with people performing leg drive in both styles of bench press. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Comment down below what you thought, what else you want to see, and I will see you guys later.